Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 1 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got news out of Craven County where a man is now facing child sex charges. Craven County deputies charged Lawrence Duckett on Thursday with indecent liberties with a child. Deputies say they were alerted to the crime on Wednesday, and the 68-year-old Duckett was arrested after a search of his home outside of Vanceboro. Now, court documents say the victim is 13 years old. We also want to highlight a need from the DMV for contract applicants, particularly in Farmville and Maysville. Now, North Carolina Division of Motor Vehicles says it's seeking applicants to be contractors for license plate agencies in Maysville and Jacksonville. A DMV spokesman says by law they have to seek out new applicants, while both towns will likely get their contracts renewed. The Maysville agency is currently at 404 Main Street in the Nolan B. Jones Municipal Building. Its contract will expire June 14th, 2026. The Farmville agency is at 3672 North Main Street in the Farmville Municipal Building. It also expires on the same day. Interested applicants can find the needed forms from the Connect NCDOT website and fill them in before December ends. Now, those with questions can call 919-615-8521. The DMV says no applications will be accepted by mail. For a link to the Connect NCDOT website, you can find it on our website, WITN.com. And now we want to turn to the catastrophic flooding that is occurring across the Pacific Northwest as two atmospheric river events have sent a deluge of water across Washington State and Oregon State. NBC's Camilla Bernal has more.
Across Washington State this morning, swollen rivers are at historic highs, with water spilling over their banks, wreaking havoc in multiple communities.
My house is underwater and I don't know what's left.
The flooding driven by a powerful atmospheric river that's dumped as much as 16 inches of rain in parts of the state. The deluge submerging entire neighborhoods, destroying homes and businesses.
I just literally watched the water come underneath our shop doors and it just started filling straight up. Many
were left stranded, leading to dramatic rescues. The Coast Guard using helicopters to save this man from his home. The governor urging residents to take evacuation warnings seriously.
And what do you anticipate for the next couple of days?
When you're facing truly historic levels of rising floodwaters, you're in uncharted territories.
With 7 rivers in Washington state experiencing major flooding, swift water rescue teams have been racing to reach stranded people. Officials say the area's levees and dikes are straining to hold back the water.
We don't know what exactly will happen when those floodwaters come through.
The rush now on to protect lives and property from floodwaters that may not be done rising.
And again, that was Camilla Bernal reporting. We now want to turn our attention to our forecast here in eastern North Carolina. We've got some snow flurries coming down across parts of the east. Not, of course, going to be enough to stick anything onto the roads or anything onto really grass for that matter. But the fact that we are talking about snow right now, I'd argue as a meteorologist, is pretty cool. Let's zoom the picture in a little bit closer and you can kind of see where those light snow flurries are currently coming down. Martin County, Edgecombe, Wilson, Nash, even Northern Pitt, a recipient of some of the light snow flurries. We have heard reports of Vanceboro seeing a few little flakes coming down. Now, obviously air temperatures right now way too warm to support anything sticking on the ground, but in the mid to upper levels of the atmosphere, the air is very, very cold, and that's what's creating that snowfall in the first place. We've got moisture up above us, and then as that moisture falls, it's going to initially fall as snow, and then it transitions into the above freezing air mass that we have down at ground level, and that's when it starts to transition into some rain, or others see it fall completely as snowflakes until it hits the ground, and then they kind of melt on contact. We're really not looking at a lot of moisture outside right now, but it is certainly something fun to talk about. Now, normal this time of year is right around the upper 50s for your daytime highs. Overnight lows generally in the upper 30s. Here's where we are right now, looking at the upper 30s for Goldsboro, as well as Rocky Mount, Ahoskie, Roanoke Rapids, still coming in between 37 to 39 degrees. It is a chilly day, but we are going to see a little bit more warmth return to the east for tomorrow. So if you're a big fan of the wintry weather, enjoy today. I know it's not going to result in anything stuck to the ground, but still, seeing some snowflakes come down on a Friday in December, it's nice. I think it's very cool. I've already been outside and done a little spin move in the snowflakes. I'm probably going to go back out there and do it again. Probably after we get done with this hit. But as far as where we've been over the past 24 hours, air temperatures today about 5 to 10 degrees cooler than where we found ourselves yesterday at this same time. Tomorrow, those numbers are going to be heading in the other direction. We're looking at a lot more warmth in eastern North Carolina for your Saturday compared to what we're experiencing today, largely because our winds are going to be shifting. Right now, it's a very light breeze out of the north-northeast, and as we make our way through the rest of the afternoon, highs again peaking in the mid to upper 40s. Some areas will even stay shy of that. But later on tonight, see a little bit of cloud cover roll through as we head towards 6, 7, 8 p.m. Then the back edge of those clouds will pull them out into the Atlantic, leaving us with clearer skies for 10, 11 p.m. and even midnight tonight. Early tomorrow morning, waking up to clear skies, but cold temperatures. Upper 20s planned for the start of your Saturday. Don't get discouraged if you walk outside and you are feeling cold tomorrow morning. We will make it into the mid to upper 50s tomorrow afternoon, and that's going to again be a noticeable change in what we've experienced so far today. The sunshine plus the southwest of the winds, that combo, that tandem there, that's what's going to help take us into the upper 50s, getting us a little bit closer to that 60-degree mark. Now here's a look at the system that's giving us those rain showers and light snow flurries today. We've got another system on the way that'll be pushing through eastern North Carolina coming up on Sunday. There is that front, could lead to again a few raindrops as it passes by, but more importantly, it's going to be dropping our air temperatures as we head through Sunday into Monday. 47 degrees on Sunday after spending Saturday, tomorrow in the mid to upper 50s. We'll drop even further down into the mid 30s by Monday. 36 degrees. That's some teeth-chattering chill right there. 18-degree air temp as we wake up Monday morning. We'll be followed by a 23-degree air temperature early Tuesday morning. But we will gradually warm right on back up. 36 degrees on Monday, turns to 48 on Tuesday, 57 Wednesday, and hello to the mid to upper 60s by Thursday. That will be the first day in December where we can say we have above average air temperatures. We'll hang on to the 60s for Friday and Saturday, but only just so, looking at the low 60s on Friday and Saturday of next week into next weekend. But Thursday certainly looking like the warm day of the week. If you're a fan of the warmer weather and have been kind of depressed with all the cold air that's been present over the east so far this month, do something fun on Thursday. Make sure you get outside and you try to soak up some of that heat. Well, that's all we have time for today's 1 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Becky Emerson, yes, crazy weather, and I'm about to go outside and try to soak it up and enjoy it, because whenever I get to this season, I always try and soak it up as much as I can, make a memory of it, because once we get into the summer season, July and August, and it's just sweltering and humid, and you can't imagine what it's like being cold, I always try to go back to these days where it actually is cold and say, no, there's hope on the way. There is hope on the way. We will stop sweating eventually. So I'm going to go outside and enjoy it. Hopefully you guys do as well. We'll be back again coming up at 2 p.m. with more news and weather. Until then, have a fantastic rest of your Friday.